whole lot of signal here. We're just gonna give this a try. It is so hot outside right now. Regardless of how hot it is, my neighbor is mowing his lawn. I am so tired. Yesterday, I spent the entire. You can see it. You can tell I'm tired. I spent the entire day yesterday here on my empty lot, cutting trees, cleaning the yard. So I got most of it mowed. I hadn't been back here in a while. This is my empty lot. I came in with the lawnmower and I just kind of mowed the life out of it. Yo, 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 Mike M, welcome on board. I'm just hanging out in my backyard in my empty lot. I spent the whole day yesterday in here just trying to get this place in order, just mowing the lawn, getting everything in order. It's hot. It is just unbearable out here, but I still got to get this corner. See, that's what it looked like before I went in and cleaned it. That's what it looks like, but now I've got all this cleared up, and are you going to sell it? Yeah, it's on the market right now. JR, it's on the market right now. I was saying next month I'm going to Fort Myers. That's cool, Alex. If you come to Fort Myers, I could definitely meet you. Yeah, you should go to Bonita for sure, man. Bonita's nice. But yeah, it's on the market right now. I put it up for 24,000. I originally put it up for like 34,000, but I've had to come down on that because it hadn't sold. Roblox, real life. Yeah, man, it's real life Roblox out here. Yeah, it is, man. It really is real life Roblox. So I put it on the market for something like 34. It didn't sell, and I've been dropping the price. It's back to 24, which is still way more than I paid for it. But I'll show you guys what I got going on here. Oh, I'm so freaking tired. I spent the whole day yesterday mowing. You can see all the lawnmower, and this was like real deep stuff. And all the trees were covered in vines, so I had to rip them off. I started cleaning up this palm tree right here. You can see I trimmed it up. I'm gonna walk around nighttime in Fort Myers. How you doing in the live streams? Yeah, it's really fun in Fort Myers at night. But anyways, I'll show you guys. They cleared the lot behind mine. You can see those houses over there now. You couldn't see any houses from my lot, but the lot behind mine, it used to be all big trees, and they cleared it because they sold it for I think 22,000, and they're gonna build a house right behind my lot. So what I did was I was like, okay, they're gonna start doing the construction. I used to not be able to see any houses from my lot, but except for that house over there, you can kind of see it, but that's up front. Any good restaurants to eat in downtown Fort Myers? There's a place called The Lodge that looks pretty good. I've never eaten there because I don't know if their food is good. But if you really want to try something cool, man, Fort Myers, it really is missing good restaurants. Naples has some pretty cool restaurants. You're going to fly from JFK to Southwest Florida. Bro, that is so cool, man. I wish I could do that. So we get paid later on in the month, so that by the end of the week we'll be on the road again. I'm so excited. I don't know what we're going to do. I wanted to fly to New York or Los Angeles, but Katie says, no, sir, you're not allowed to fly alone. I was like, come on, man. Let me do it, man. Because if we have two people, then we got two plane tickets. It just adds to the cost of travel. And then have to rent a car over there. But I thought about flying to LA. See, I've never traveled by flying. Well, I have, but I've always had somebody pick me up on the other end. I've never done it where I don't have anybody at the other end and you have to rent a car. And I hear car rental companies are really trashy right now. I'm going to use Uber around Fort Myers to go to the beach. All right. Sounds cool, man. Yeah, I would rent a car is what I would do. You definitely need a car down here everywhere you go. But I guess I could Uber. But if you're YouTubing, it's kind of weird to use an Uber. My mom don't drive, so we can't rent a car. Oh, your mom doesn't drive. Right, you're from New York City. I get you. Yeah, you got to know how to drive to live. You can't, without a car, you're nobody down here. Hey, maybe you guys can pay us and I'll drive. But anyways, this is my empty lot. And yes, you can now see all these houses across the street. You used to not be able to see anything from here. But like I said, they cleared the lot behind mine because they're going to build a house over there. So that's kind of disappointing because I lose a lot of my privacy. So they're going to build a house right there. That's coming in soon. And this used to be all woods when I bought it, but apparently after cleaning it, there's actually grass here now. It wasn't much when I first bought it. And I do have like a little bit of a pond back here. I eventually got to bring some dump truck loads and fill that in. But you can see there's 3 houses there, which you couldn't see them before. But you can see them now because we're going to get new neighbors. They're going to build a house right behind mine. But I've cleared my lot. You can see it's mostly cleared. Mostly what I do is I come up in here with the ATV and I drive the ATV around here. You can see I've created kind of like a mud pit with the ATV here. So these 2 banana trees, I might have to relocate them because let me back up so you guys can see it better. What I think I'm going to do back here, and I might have to have some friends come over with some bigger ATVs that are more powerful. I want to have somebody come back here. What I want to do is I want to create like a roundabout, like a mud pit, so we can kind of like see if I can just get a big powerful ATV to come through here and just kind of do a big donut here. So those 2 banana trees, I might have to relocate them. What I want to do is I want to create a big mud pit back here so we can kind of just like do donuts and stuff with the ATVs. And when it rains, like all this will be water. All this floods really nice, which makes it even more fun. Um, I guess I could also connect this canal to that canal and it would drain that way too. Because I have like a ditch through here, which would be really nice when it's not flooded. I could clear the palm trees and that could be like an ATV trail through the middle of the trees when it's not flooded. But right now, there's about 2 or 3 feet of water. And when it rains, it's about 4 feet deep. So eventually we want to create some type of kind of ATV wonderland out here. But it's hot today, but you can hear my neighbor's mowing his lawn. I can't believe he's mowing his lawn in this heat. It is unbearable. Even my phone feels like it's about to burn up, and it's like in the shade. But I lost a lot of my trees. Not every tree that I've planted made. Like that's my mango tree right there. It didn't make it very well. But yeah, I put it on the market, and I don't know if I should sell it or keep it or what. Like, if I had the money right now, I would go travel. I know it's $24,000. So if I got the money right now, if I could sell this piece of land, I'd get $24,000, and then I could travel for like 3 to 4 months nonstop, get a lot of YouTube content, and then maybe I could make that money. But I'd probably make it back traveling, but it wouldn't be all in one bulk. It would be little by little. So I'm still working. Like I started with the chainsaw trimming this tree up right here. I got it all trimmed up, so they look nice and pretty. Because if you don't trim them, they look like that's what they look like. They're covered in vines and stuff. But after you trim them, they start to look like this. So I still got to trim a bunch of these palm trees. And then there's these vines right here that will cut you up pretty bad. So the plan is, guys, I don't even know which way to go about it. Yeah, I mean, I would go to Tampa. I think Tampa's got more to do. There's not too many good restaurants or anything out here. I think I lost my live stream. How much acres is your land? It's only 0.24. So it's a quarter acre. That's not a lot of land. It's only a quarter acre. But I'm covered in no-see-ums, these little mosquitoes. You can't see them. They're just like flying around your head. They drive you crazy. It's about a quarter acre. Oh, I got Royal Cuban palm trees over there. Those will grow real tall. All right, guys, looks like it's going to rain. When I started the live stream, it was nice and cloudy. It was nice and sunny, but it's starting to turn gray, so we're going to get some rain here. We could definitely use some rain. Cool down a little bit. I still want to go to Fort Myers. It looks so nice, and it's not an expensive trip. No, it's not. Yeah, to hang out on the beach, it might be nice over here. What up, Nat? Hey, Nashby, how you doing? We're just hanging out on the empty lot. I got it on the market for 24. What are half-acre lots going for these days? Around here, no more than 40,000 I would pay. The market's really slowed down in the last few months, so I wouldn't be in a rush right now. But if you want to buy half an acre, remember my sister's a realtor, so you could just go through her. I got mine's up for 24,000 and it's been sitting. Now the lot behind mine, that lot right there that they just cleared it. That's why you can see those houses over there. They just cleared that lot and they paid 22,000 for it, and that's a quarter acre. So if you do the math, half an acre would be twice that. So 40,000 for half an acre. But I wouldn't be in a rush to buy. I would wait a few months, look for the right property. I wouldn't be in a rush right now because there's no telling how much the market's going to slow down. But If you need to buy it, my sister's a realtor. Um, you know, so you can email me at southernlifeyt@gmail.com. Southernlifeyt@gmail.com. And I'll hook you up with my sister, and she can help you buy one. But like I said, I got mine for sale, and I haven't got no action on it. It's been in the market now for I think over a month for sure. And if I sold it, what I would do with the profits is just go travel like I've never traveled before. Like I would go on a massive travel, which would be good for our growing our YouTube channel. We were thinking of going to Orlando or Miami, but we already been to these. So Fort Myers was going. Oh, okay, you already been there before. Orlando, Miami. Yeah. If you're coming to Fort Myers, man, I would definitely recommend you see downtown Naples by the pier. Downtown Naples by the pier. I'm gonna have to make a video. How much longer? I know you already told me, Alex. When are you coming down again? Just so I have an idea. When are you coming down? I'll try to make a video for you before you get down, saying everything you should do in Southwest Florida. Yeah, it's nice out here. Okay, you leave August the 23rd. Okay, cool. So we got time. We got time. I should make like a things you must see in Southwest Florida, or things to do in Southwest Florida. I'll make a good video. Yeah. So what's up, Jay? We got Jay in the house. Beautiful. We'll be leaving Fort Myers on August 29th. Okay, on the 30th. Okay, that's cool. Now keep in mind, I usually leave during that time that's the time of the month I'm usually not here. Cause September I go back to school. I get you. Last time I went to Naples Mall, it was bigger. Yeah, Naples Mall isn't really nothing special. What up, JC? 6 or 7 days. It's hot, y'all. It's so hot out here. Looks like hopefully it rains and cools down a little bit. More people are moving to Lehigh. My friend bought land. Yeah, Lehigh is really it's changing like so much you wouldn't even believe it. Like you wouldn't believe how much Lehigh changed. I can go there now because my mom has to finish work, and I'm working too. That's cool, bro. Let's go to work. I'm going to Washington D.C. before I go to Fort Myers. That's cool, man. I will check on Zillow. It went up. Yeah, dude, that's a perfect spot to smoke. Yeah, I mean, I don't smoke, JC. But here's a problem, JC. Look, that dude right there's a cop. There's a police car right there. Now, I mean, they don't bother anybody, but that I don't know if his police car's there right now. There's a police car right there. That's a cop right there. So, people do smoke. Yeah, I never smoke, man. It's really bad for you, bro. But look, I don't know if JC thinks it's a good spot to smoke. Actually, his garage door is open, so he should be home. That dude right there is a police. There's a police car in that driveway. You'd have to vape then. And then there's a house here, but on the other side of the house is another police car. Let's go for a walk, man. I'll give you guys a walk around the neighborhood. Now, I got to find a shady spot later to talk because... So this is my land right here. So this dude right here is a cop. I don't know if he's got his police car in the driveway. I don't think they bother you. No, I don't think the cop would bother. I smoke weed here all the time. Some of my neighbors smoke. I would never do that. That's totally... I've never done it. Not even once. I don't know if his police... Yeah, his police car's right there in the driveway. You can see the police car right there on the driveway. So I don't know how comfortable you'd be smoking with a police car right in front of you, but you can see his police car right there, the white Ford. So, yeah, I don't know how comfortable you'd be smoking with a cop, man. So they cleared this lot. And, you guys want to go for a walk? Even though it's hot, let's go for a walk. Let me walk across this lot they cleared here. But yeah, they cleared this lot. Actually, the cop is right there mowing his lawn. You can see him mowing his lawn. So I don't know how comfortable you would be. I don't know how comfortable you would be mowing, smoking with a cop in front of you. That's kind of weird. But I don't smoke, so I don't care. Dude. So they're going to build a house here eventually. This is going to be a house eventually. All right. So eventually this is going to be a house. Now this house is for rent right here. I'll show you guys real quick. This house is for rent. Oh, dude, I can't believe I'm in flip-flops. So this house right here is for rent. Jose, how long would it take to drive from Naples to Fort Myers? You can usually knock it out in about an hour. So this house is for rent, and it's been for rent now for quite a bit. Quite a bit. They still haven't rented it, but this house, you can rent this house for $2,400 a month. I could plant some multi plants right there. I say tú estás de madre, bro. Piensa en otra cosa, va a hablar los pajaritos. No, 35 to 45 minutes, I don't think so. I mean, you could if you really wanted to and there was no traffic, but bro, I think you should rent out your ATV, make some good money. The thing is liability. I've thought about doing that. I actually thought about selling the ATV so I can get to California this month. We're kind of debating doing that. But you can rent this house for $2,400. Do you recommend Winter Haven in Orlando? Winter Haven is kind of a weird place. You see, there's 2 basketball hoops here. So they cleared this lot as well. They're building another house right here. The thing about winter, guys, so as I'm walking in the sun, I might miss a few of your comments because the sun's glare is in my face, so I can barely see the screen. It's starting to rain, so they cleared this lot right here. And they're going to build another house right here. But for the ones that are saying, is my lot a good place to smoke? I don't know, dude. There's a cop right there right now. He's mowing his lawn, so I don't think that's... So they're building a house here as well. This house right here. They're going to build another house. So on this street behind my lot, there's 1, 2, 3 houses going up. Jose, what city, if you don't mind? The thing about Winter Gardens, you said? Winter this, winter that. Yeah, Winter Haven. Winter Haven. Okay, I'm sorry. There's Winter Gardens, Winter Havens, Winter Springs, Winter Park, and I get confused. You're talking about Winter Gardens. That's the one that's right outside of Orlando to the west, if I recall. So that house over there just sold for $438,000. This lot here sold for, I believe this lot sold for $21,000. Don't quote me on that. I'm just going off of what I think. So this lot sold for Winter Haven. Okay, so Winter Haven is the one that's west of Orlando, right? I did videos there. That's a pretty one. But it's surrounded by high crime areas. So that house straight ahead of us, that house is starting to rain already. So that house straight ahead of us sold for $438,000. Does anybody else think that's insane? $438,000. It is actually sunning and raining right now. Like I'm actually getting rained on. I don't know if you guys can see the rain yet, but it's really raining. It's actually raining even though the sun's out. Very Florida thing to happen. Is it true that if you dig 2 feet in Florida, you hit water? Yeah, a lot of times. In fact, there's water right there in that ditch. It depends on the spot, not everywhere, but you can see there's water right there in the ditch. I mean, literally, there's water right there. Look. You can see now in the water, it's raining. There's literally water right there. So, like, even on the surface, there's water. Let me see if I can find a space where I can hide from the rain. It's literally starting to rain, which is kind of weird because the sun's fully out. But even though the sun's out, it's totally raining out here. I think I know a spot where I can go hang out. Let me see if I can come hang out over here. But, you know, Lehigh Acres, man, this place is not what it used to be. It's really changed for the better. There's another spot over here where we hang out. Let me see what it's looking like today. Once I get back in the shade, I can read your comments, guys. It's literally raining in the sun. That's like the weirdest thing ever. Let me see if I can find a spot to hang out real quick. Okay, this is better. All right, we're in the shade now. So this is another, this is what I want to do on my empty lot. Basically, it's like an ATV pit. If you drive around your ATV in circles long enough, this happens. But let me see what you guys are up to. I knew it was good to be true. No wonder Winter Haven has affordable houses. So the thing about Winter Haven is it's pretty. It's got a beautiful downtown. And there's a lot of rich people that live back that way. But Orlando is a contrast neighborhood, like where one block might be like really, really dangerous. And then the next block, the other thing I didn't like about it is there's a lot of homelessness and a lot of crime because you're close to Orlando. You're right outside of Orlando. Jose, can you drive me and my mom from Fort Myers to Naples? Once you're down here, email me, bro, and I'll let you know, all right? Once you're down here, email me, and we'll talk about it once you're down here. I'm usually gone during that part of the month. Jose, what advice do you give people who want to live in Florida but can't afford it other than state worth moving to? I think Texas is a lot better economically. Seems like Texas has better possibilities than Florida. Florida, man, this place is so difficult. I've already explained this a lot on my channel, so there's no need for me to. I might lose the live stream. Katie's trying to call me. Germany, I'll pass. I'd rather go to Holland and chill. Jose, what advice to Florida? Stay in the Sun Belt. Yeah, I would say that. I would say I don't know about Georgia. Like really, it's just like Georgia's expensive, just like Florida too. You know, like it's really not that much better. Yeah, I think it's not that much better. Um, but basically, this is like an ATV pit. Jose should have said Alabama. I'm not gonna say Alabama. Pa su madre. Alabama pa su madre. ¿Oíste? Germany. What up, Germany? It's hot here. Oh, it's unbearable. It is just so hot. It is just unbearably hot out here. Dude, it is so hot. It's just like it is just bad. Like I don't even know how the crap I'm outside right now. It is really that bad. It's nice here in the shade. Sit over here in the shade real quick. It's a little bit better in the shade. Jose, do you think states like Ohio and Indiana are too cold? Yeah, I think so for sure. It gets worse, but they're definitely cold places. I think Tennessee is as far north as I would want to be. Tennessee and North Carolina. Anything north of that is just too much for me. Ohio is a great state to move to. I think so. Not the southern part of the state. I think the southern part of the state's trash. I think the western and northern part of Ohio look better than I grew up, and there's a lot of, like, the southern, I would definitely stay out of southern, and southeast Ohio looks like crap. I grew up in Long Island, New York. Spent a lot of time in upstate New York. Every season we had a house up there. That sounds awesome. You can travel to Germany with this money in the wintertime. Everyone, just follow the money. That's the best state to move to. I wouldn't agree with that statement because I feel like I wouldn't say that exactly. Actually, I feel like the more people are moving to a place, the worse it gets. I want to sit down somewhere, but there's nowhere to sit down here. Looking for a place to chill. Jose, would you visit Long Island? Yeah, I guess I would. I need to visit Long Island. How about that? If you want to be in the business, how about the Florida Keys? Have you ever? Yeah, I did. Francesca, I just did a video on the Florida Keys less than 6 months ago, and I did not. It didn't do very well. Like it didn't get a lot of views. So it's just kind of weird. Money cannot buy true happiness. That's a very true statement. Great Lakes steaks are brutal. Roads are very crowded. You can't take exactamente, JC. Cuando te mueres, no te lo puedes llevar. And whether you're rich or poor, we all fit in the same home. Like, I've been watching a lot of, we got Tennessee in the house. What up? Ripley, Tennessee. A lot of the YouTubers that I watch, I've stopped watching them. You know, they get a little bit of money, they get a little bit of fame, and it goes to their head. Like, I used to watch, I'm not going to say their names, but there's 2 YouTubers that I watch, and I'm really disappointed. It seems like when they get a little bit of fame, they get a little bit of money, then they let the fame go to their head. They go live while they're drunk and start talking garbage and talking, you know, like I hope I never get to that point. Like, I would love to see my YouTube channel continue to grow, but I hope it doesn't turn me into a piece of crap. You know what I mean? Like, I've been watching a lot of YouTubers that I used to like. You know, they go live when they're drunk. They start beefs with people over stupid stuff. Like, I hope that I never, ever, ever have to, like, go through that. You know, like, I feel like even though my YouTube channel grows and I can do more monetarily, I hope it never does that to me. Because I've watched a lot of other YouTubers, and it's so sad to watch them. You know, like, they just become piece of crap. So, like, they let the fame and the money go to their head. You know what I mean? They have predictive policing here in Tampa Bay. Creates futuristic programs to stop crime. Yeah, I think Tampa's in bad shape when it comes to crime. It's not dangerous or scary, but there's just too much homelessness, too much addiction, The outskirts of Tampa are all plagued. Jose, have you heard of Sly's Life? He's a pretty good YouTuber, travels all around Latin America. He's in Cuba right now. Okay, if he's in Cuba right now, Nashby, I would definitely have to check him out. I've been wanting to go to Cuba for a while, but I think it's too dangerous right now. Your soul can be gone. Kodak part. Well, the thing about Kodak, you guys are talking about Kodak. The thing is, you guys know he got arrested again. So he was in Broward County, Florida. So I'm on the west coast of Florida. He's on the east coast, Fort Lauderdale area. Kodak Black was actually pardoned by Donald Trump. Donald Trump actually pardoned him. Oh, you're live. I was wondering why all the lights were on. Yeah, Katie, I'm live. Mira esto. Mira la hora que ella se despierta. Miami is the number one town in the USA. It's about to start raining, guys. You can see it's getting windy. It's getting really windy. It's about to rain really hard. So, anyways, Kodak Black is in prison, in jail again. He was pardoned by Donald Trump. He had a 3-year sentence. Donald Trump pardoned him right about there in the middle of it. He got free. Okay? So now, he can't stay out of trouble. What an idiot. Like, first of all, you're not going to keep getting opportunities. Like, the president's not going to pardon you every time you get in trouble. Okay? He had now let me get this straight. Okay? He had $74,000 cash in his pocket. He's driving around in an $80,000 car. Okay? His driver's license was expired, which, by the way, if you are a millionaire, any girl in Broward County, any young female in Broward County would be his girlfriend and just drive him around. Okay? So he gets arrested. His driver's license is expired, which, by the way, dude, you are a millionaire. How the crap, as a millionaire, does your driver's license get expired? But let's say it got expired. You are a millionaire, a celebrity in the Florida. This guy is like the biggest celebrity in the state of Florida right now. Why don't you have your girlfriend driving you around? His car's tags were expired. Why are your car's tags expired if you have $70,000 in your pocket? Okay? So that already is like, you should just know how to move. Okay? I have a lot less money than Kodak Black. Okay? My net worth isn't even $100,000. And the way I move is strategic. If I know there's cops in the area, I avoid it. My tags are always up to date. My insurance is always up to date. You just have to know how to move. It's not bad management. He's a grown adult. Like, he should know. I don't even know how do I even explain this, okay? I don't understand. But look, his driver's license is expired. His insurance is expired. His car smells like weed, which, by the way, if you have a house in a gated community, why are you smoking in your car? And even if you are smoking in your car, why don't you have a passenger to take the case for you? Like, he gets pulled over. He should never be alone. Why is he alone? He should have a girl next to his side that's like some hood rat that'll say, that's my weed, that's my pills, and she takes the charge for him. Why does he not have somebody next to him in the passenger seat who can take those charges? It's like, you're a millionaire, you're a celebrity, you should move smarter than that. It's like, as a smoker, I admit it's very commonplace to smoke while driving. Not condemning it, but it's not. I get you. But here's the thing. He's a rapper. He should always have somebody on his side who can take the gun charge, take the weed charge, take all that. Why are you by yourself? Beyond my understanding. Plus, he does, so it clouds his judgment. Okay, right, so he's on drugs. Drugs make you stupid, I guess. That's a good reason why you should never do drugs. Dude, I move so strategically. And I don't break the law, but I avoid areas where there's cops. Even now, I switched up to a Toyota Camry, which is like the most pedestrian thing you could drive. I drive the most pedestrian car you can drive, a Toyota Camry. I don't think he's selling. I think he's not selling. He's just a full-on addict. Exactly. There's no reason for him to be selling anything. Hey, it comes from a different environment. He doesn't think the way we do. I don't know. Really. Like, here's what I know. I was born in Cuba, okay, in poverty. I think he was born here, so he wasn't even born He wasn't born in Haiti, was he? I don't think Kodak Black was born in Haiti. He was born in Florida, right? So he was born a U.S. citizen. The way I feel being born in Cuba, I would never just throw away opportunities. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. And he's got kids, so he was born here. Okay, so you're a U.S. born citizen. You weren't born in Haiti. I would understand this better if he was born in Haiti. So Jack Boy was born in Haiti. Okay, so Jack Boy is Haitian. So I can understand. Let's say if Jack Boy was acting a fool, I would understand it better because he was born in Haiti. But dude, you were born in the United States. You know you can't have a driver's license expired. You know. You know. I'm sure with the money he has, he can personally assistant. Yeah. Oh my God, he should have a. Look what Katie said. He should have a personal assistant. You know, like a manager who just renews your insurance, make sure your license is up to date. Like I don't know. Like, I just feel like maybe you guys are right. Maybe that's a good example why you should stay clean. You know. I just don't understand how you could be so well off and still make just stupid decisions. You know. Like I would love to, and I don't hate the kid at all. I wish he would just get his crap together and make the best out of the opportunities he's given, man. Careless, just reckless, man. I mean, you got to know how to move. Like you can make a lot of money, and you can lose every last penny of it. You get addicted, you make irresponsible decisions. You can lose millions of dollars. Can easily be lost. I've met people who've lost millions of dollars to stupidity. I really have. So just because you have millions of dollars doesn't mean you're always gonna have it. Like you could literally lose it all over just moments of not even like full-on stupidity. Let me sit down for a minute. I am so tired. I don't know if I can sit down here without a snake attacking me or spider ants or whatever the crap. Like, bro, life is not gonna give you all these opportunities back to back. He was lucky that Donald Trump got him out of prison. But life, you're not gonna keep getting these opportunities back to back. You gotta make the best of it when you got it. At least he won't be locked up for as long this time. It's pretty much game over for Young Thug. Oh yeah, the whole gang indictments, you know. But you know, it's like this, man. Like Young Thug, for example, is another example of like, okay, you got all this money. Why are you? I don't know. People are just stupid. Like, you can give people opportunities, and they're just not gonna make the best of it. Like, they're just gonna, you know what I mean? Like, they're gonna keep making stupid decisions. Like, just because you got money doesn't mean that all of a sudden you're gonna start making smart decisions. You can get money and just be an idiot. You know what I mean? And blow it all on lawyers and. So that's why I tell the young people watching my channel, man, these role models that they're giving you on TV, they're bad role models. They're idiots, you know? These are not good role models. You know, they put all these people in your face, and they're idiots. You ever been to Santa Maria Beach in Cuba? It looks really nice. Santa Maria. Oh, my gosh. That sounds so familiar. I've been to Santa Lucia Beach. I've been to Guadalajara Beach. Santa Maria does not sound familiar. Cuba. I would love to go to Cuba, but right now it's way too dangerous to go to Cuba right now. It really is. Going to Cuba right now would just be stupid. I would love to be there, and I'm gonna check out this guy's YouTube channel. Katie, she mentioned earlier. I think it's called Sly something. I can't remember the channel, but Katie, we should look it up. The guy's in the famous YouTubers in Cuba right now. I would love to go to Cuba. I'm just afraid. You guys understand that when I left Cuba, I didn't leave Cuba under normal circumstances. Like, we are exiles. I heard everybody in Cuba smuggling medicine essentials from Spain to Cuba. Yeah, you can't get anything into Cuba. They have the government, and it's not the U.S. government, okay? Remember back in the day, oh, it's a U.S. blockade, bunch of garbage, okay? The United States and Spain, they don't check you. When you leave to go to Cuba, they don't check your luggage when you leave. You can take anything you want to Cuba. It's when you get to Cuba, the Cuban government doesn't want the people to have anything because that's how they keep their control over. That's how they keep their control. No, I'm not a Marielito, bro. Marielitos were like in the 80s. I wasn't even around back then. My dad could have been a Marielito, but he refused to leave. They actually, during the Mariel, my dad actually, I think they locked my dad up, or they almost put him in jail because my dad was refusing to leave. So during the Mariel, they were trying to get my dad. They were trying to get my dad during the Mariel to. They were trying to get my dad to. They were trying to get my dad to leave, and he refused. From the videos I've seen, it looks like life is pretty hard right now. If you're Afro-Cuban, I think who has many coming from Florida or Afro. Yeah, so right now, there's a lot of Afro-Cubans coming to Florida. I don't know if you guys know this, but there's a lot of black people in Cuba. I mean, a lot. And they used to be on the side of the government, but they flipped sides, and now I think the black Cubans are against the government, so the government's cracking down on black Cubans. So black Cubans, they had a pretty easy situation before, but now black Cubans, they're on the wrong side because the rap and hip hop movement of music, hip hop, and rap used to be on the side of the communists, and they switched over against the communists. So now they're cracking down on black people in Cuba, and a lot of black Cubans are starting to come over here. In fact, I like you'll walk into a Latin restaurant in like Lehigh or something, or like anywhere down here. You go to a Latin restaurant, and about 10% of the people down here right now are Afro-Cuban. So one, I'm glad that they're coming to America because I think they're very talented people and they deserve an opportunity. But two, for the longest, they supported that whole thing up there. So now you're starting to see a lot more Afro-Cubans in Florida. Like yesterday, I went to a restaurant in Lehigh Acres, and there was two Afro-Cuban people there. That was a rare. I think 1 out of 200 Cubans were black back in the day. I think now it's probably like 5 or 10%. So a lot more black people are leaving Cuba right now, and you're starting to see it all over Florida. Lots of Afro-Cubans coming over here. I'm aware of Afro-Cubans. I met one at work. I was completely mind blown that spoke perfect Spanish. Oh yeah, dude. Like Cuba, the neighborhood that I'm from in Cuba is like like Cuba. It's like just like America. There's a lot of black people in Cuba, and there's a lot of Asians in Cuba too. I don't know if you guys knew that. The neighborhood that I'm from in Cuba is probably like okay. So my neighborhood is at the edge of the black neighborhood. So like the city that I'm from, Camagüey, the whole north side of the city, northeast side of the city is mostly black. So I think Camagüey is probably 20%. The city that I'm from is probably 20% black. But the neighborhood that I lived in was the last white neighborhood before the black neighborhood. So the people across the street from me were black already. So like anything a block away from where I lived in Cuba was a black area. And when I last time I went to Cuba in 2011 with Katie, we stayed in a completely black neighborhood. Like we were the only white people there. So there are a lot of black people in Cuba. A lot. Like there's a lot of Haitians in Cuba too. I also heard that taxis make more money than doctors. Yeah, that's true. I went to Cuba and the people there were amazing, good people, selfless, really positive. I love them. Cuba is small little melting pot. Yeah. But the thing about Cuba, like, is like this. Yes, I am white. GBCTV, I am white. In Cuba, there's no Hispanic in Cuba. Like, there's black and white, just like here. It's the same exact thing. A lot of people in Cuba seem to be friendly, but they are people who will give out you information, charge you for it later, which you got to watch out for scams like that. Yeah, they're poor people, so $5 means a lot to them. Um, but anyways, like I was saying, last time I went to Cuba in 2011, me and Katie stayed in a place. So my aunt lives in the hood. Now, she lived in an area that was all black. And it was like straight up, like people here, like I always crack up because like when I go to do my hood drives, there's always somebody in the comment section like, oh, you don't even know what the hood is, man. I'm from Detroit, or I'm from the, you ain't seen Baltimore, you ain't seen this or that. And I just got to crack up inside because in 2011, we went to Cuba. So here's a poor country. And we stayed literally in a shanty town. Okay, in 2011, we stayed in, well, there's a subscriber that watches our videos. He knows what I'm talking about because he's from my hood too. I stayed in a place called La Calera in Camagüey, which is like the northeast side of the city, one of the worst slums in the city. And dude, I literally walked around. Who the crap said I'm an Aztec? GBC TV, what are you smoking, bro? Who the crap said I'm an Aztec? I know history. Cuba is a trial example. Seminole Simone 1 is Haiti judo. What are you talking about, man? I got no idea what you're on. In states, they make me as white as Hispanics all the time. Well, anyways, we stay in a black neighborhood, and the problem, I was talking to a person that lives in Mexico now. Oh, okay, very confusing. Not all Mexicans are Aztecs, though. There's Mayans, Aztecs. There's like 1,000 tribes. Anyways, Taino, exactly. No, I'm not Taino. I'm Siboney. Me, I'm not a Taino. My Native American background is not Taino. I am Siboney, which is a very rare bloodline. So on my dad's side, my grandma from my dad's side, she was Siboney from a place called Cubitas. And even though they're Indian, I don't know how this works because they're actually like redheads. Like they're not even red; they're orange. It's a very small percentage. Okay, so just so you understand, GBC TV, my my grandpa, okay, my grandpa from my dad's side was born in Spain. Okay, well, anyways, we stayed in a shanty town pretty much on the north side of Camagüey, and it was like literally all black people, and it was so bad. Like I've never seen anything this bad in the United States. I mean, like you have Native American and you're from Cuba. Well, yeah. So I think you guys just don't know a lot of history. I think it's good to know like a lot of Cubans, a lot of Here's what you guys don't understand. So check this out. A lot of people that are from Florida and think they're American are actually Cuban, and a lot of Cubans are actually Americans because like since like the 1700s. Okay, so I'll give you an example. Why are you trying to argue with me, GBC TV? Why are you even trying to argue with me? You need some history. Okay, so just so you understand, and look this up. Look this up when you get a chance, since you're so much into history. Look this up. There was black African American slaves. All right, no, it's not true if you're not listening. In the 1700s, the Spaniards had Florida. When this is a stupid conversation, by the way. I don't even know why we're having this. A lot of escaped African American slaves were in St. Augustine with the Spaniards. Okay, but the Spaniards had to. They made a treaty with the Americans and the British and all the other people. They made a treaty, and the people that were in St. Augustine, they were all Spaniards, went to Cuba. Okay, now among the Spaniards was a huge number of escaped African American slaves. So the English did not believe in slaves being free. The only people at that time who mingled with escaped slaves were Spaniards. Okay, so the Spaniards actually dealt with escaped slaves. So one of the reasons that Spain, if you go look at the history, when Spain gave Florida to the English, one of the reasons they gave up Florida was because among the Spaniards were escaped African Americans. Those escaped African Americans went to Havana, Cuba. So here you have now Native African Americans who went to Cuba because at the time, if they stayed with the Spaniards, they were free. They were not enslaved. Okay? Now, they were not together, like, they weren't, like, mixing together as much. Okay? They weren't, like, they could live in the same town, but they had their own section of the city. So, like, they had their own, like, section of the city. They were together, but they weren't together. But they were not enslaved. So a lot of African Americans went to Cuba. So a lot of Cubans, okay, and we're talking in the 1700s. So the descendants of those people can make a huge percentage of the population today, if you understand what I'm saying. Because back then there weren't as many people out here. So a lot of African Americans went to Cuba, which means a lot of Afro Cubans are descendants of African Americans. Cuba is only 50 miles away, people, 90 miles away, right? It's not like Cuba is this far away place, whatever. Yeah, same thing. There's also a lot of there's I think they say there's 500,000 Cubans. Okay, so 1 in 20 Cubans is a descendant of Haitians. 1 out of 20 Cubans, you grab 20 Cubans right now, and one of them will be a descendant of a Haitian. Also, when Haiti had its revolution, Haiti was the first, other than the United States, was the first independent country of Latin America. Okay, so out of all Latin America, Haiti was the first independent country other than the United States. When Haiti had its independence, its revolution, they said white foot head off, which means that on Haitian soil there could not be any white people. So the French slave owners, which made up about 3 to 5% of Haiti's population back then, okay, so Haiti, they weren't all slaves in Haiti. There was a lot of white slave owners and white people that were French in Haiti, okay. Now in Haiti, those white people, when the Haitians had their revolution, they had three options. Cuba was 41 miles away. So all the ones that were poor went to Cuba. Now, in that, the Dominican Republic split from Haiti, and they had wars back to back for many years. But if you were a white French slave owner or you were a white French person who was in Haiti, you had a few options. One was Cuba, 41 miles away. Two, Louisiana, okay? And three was going back to France, which not anybody was going to do. It was far, it was expensive. A lot of the white people during the revolution had their homes destroyed. So the French that were fleeing Haiti, they didn't have a lot of possibilities. Okay? They could go to Cuba, they could go to New Orleans, which was Louisiana at the time. So a lot of Cubans are actually descendants of French slave owners that were in Haiti. So a lot of white Cubans are actually French Haitians. A large, like, Cubans are always like, I'm a Spaniard, I'm a Spaniard, I'm a Spaniard. Okay, a lot of Cubans are not Spaniards, they're actually French. That is why today, now you think about this. Cuba is only 41 miles from Haiti. That's not that far, okay? If Louisiana, now think about this for a minute, guys. If Louisiana is, 1,000 miles away from Haiti, how far is Louisiana from Haiti by boat? Very far. I'm not sure the exact distance, but I'm going to guess it's probably about 1,000 miles. A lot of the French Haitians, which is what you get your Creole. You know how in Louisiana they're talking about Cajuns and Creoles and this and that? A lot of those people came from Haiti to Louisiana. So if Louisiana has a strong French influence that is Creole, which means, Afro-French, what makes you think that Cuba, which is only 41 miles from Haiti, doesn't have that? Especially considering that the French and the Spaniards didn't really have that much beef at the time. Why are you guys fighting, bro? Raheem Hickman, let's do this. We're gonna block you. Let's see. I can. Let's remove you. Bye bye. Raheem is gone. You want to be racist? You're gone, man. Rakim is gone, guys. Haitians are everywhere. Yeah, Haitians. But the thing is, like, people don't really understand that, like, we're all pretty much, like, when you look at the Americas, from the Caribbean islands, Central America, South America, it's all pretty much the same crap. We're all mixed. And that's why, like, a lot of the Spaniards don't track, like, Spaniards and Italians don't usually track don't track their pedigree very well, because it turns out that they're so mixed. All right, guys, let's change the topic. So 2011, let's get off this crap. I don't know why we're even on this topic, but we got rid of Hickman. He's gone. Okay, guys. So back to what I was saying. In the year 2011. Okay, so in the year 2011, Katie and I went to Cuba, and we stayed at my aunt's house. She lives in a mostly black area in Cuba. And it was absolutely terrifying. It was like the scariest place I've ever been. Like the first day we got there was people fighting outside with yeah, he's been licking frogs, no doubt about it. Yep. It's a good way to get kicked off my channel. So in 2011, Katie and I go to Cuba. We had a great time, beautiful beaches. I don't know about our neighborhood, but just the capital of Cuba seems safe. It's run down. The capital of Cuba, Havana, is actually one of the worst places in Cuba. Now, they have good areas and they have bad areas, because back to travel, for real. Let's get back to travel. So 2011, Katie and I go to Cuba. While we were in Cuba, we stayed in Camagüey, which is in the central part of the island. And what else did we do? We went to Camagüey, and we also went to Holguín. Now, in Holguín is where my mom is from, and I really suspect that there's a lot of French influence in Holguín. Camagüey is where the Guajiros live. Yeah, it's mostly like cowboys and stuff in Camagüey, but I'm not from the countryside of Camagüey. Okay, let's just block this person. Let's say hide this user from the channel. He's done. This guy's he doesn't get it. This guy, Katie, can you block, if you're watching, Katie, just block him from the channel. Like, just block him completely from the channel. Doesn't want to behave. So we go to Camagüey. We went to Holguín. Like I said, I think Holguín is a city that has a lot of French influence. I think Holguín really has more of a. There's still more of a. There's a strong influence. Yeah, thanks for reporting him. Strong influence of French in Holguín. So Katie and I went to Holguín. We went to Camagüey. We stayed in a very bad neighborhood in Camagüey. I mean, this is like straight up, like, tourists are not supposed to stay there, by the way. But one of my family members at the time was kind of a top dog in the neighborhood, so we were okay, because he was like, my family, they're pretty much all like big people, so we were pretty much okay to be there, but you're not really supposed to stay there as a tourist. So when I went to Cuba, I stayed in places that, like, I didn't stay in the beach. I mean, we went to the beach and all that, but, like, the neighborhood that I stayed in Camagüey when I was there is the type of neighborhood that not even white Cubans go to in Cuba. It's like, you can't walk there. But, like I said, just my family in that neighborhood, they're, whatever. So I was good, and I stayed in a place, and so did Katie. No American, I can guarantee you, no American. You'll have Americans go to Cuba, but they stay in hotels, or you stay in a nice house. So you don't stay in a freaking shantytown. You know what I mean? So Katie and I, we literally stayed at a really, like, ghetto shantytown type of place. There's cameras all over Cuba now. Well, that's crazy. Yeah, I don't know how Cuba's changed. Like I said, we haven't been there since 2011. And I know it sounds really sad to say this, but I don't think I'll ever be back to Cuba again. It's become way too dangerous, especially because of who we are as a family. It just isn't really good for us to go over there. Um, anyways, you know, Cuba was like an incredible experience back then. I don't know what it's like now. The situation in Cuba right now is absolutely dire. Let's go for a walk, guys. I'm kind of tired sitting here. The situation in Cuba right now is absolutely dire. Like people are losing their lives. They're being imprisoned. There's riots. There's protests. The government wants you to fight back. The people want you to fight against the government. Like the situation in Cuba right now is really, really bad. A lot of Cubans are starting to come to the United States illegally because Obama got rid of the wet foot, dry foot law. Oh, yeah. Okay. Obama got rid of the wet foot, dry foot law. So now Cubans used to be able to come over here legally, but now Cubans can no longer come to America legally. I'm Puerto Rican from Boston, MA. Cool, man. Yeah, in Cuba right now, people are literally starving. And it's crazy because here we are right now in Florida. You know, we're in Florida right now. And this is a nice, here we are, like, you know, living a normal life. And, you know, 90 miles south of Key West is an island where people are literally starving. And I'm not exaggerating when I tell you people are starving. There's no food in Cuba. There's no food. People are literally starving. It's bad, guys, and I don't know what's gonna happen, but you're gonna start to see a lot more people come from Cuba illegally. They've said that in the last year, over 140,000 Cubans have left Cuba. 140,000. Dude, that's a lot. And they're all coming illegally. They're going to Nicaragua. Nicaragua lifted a visa requirement. So what you can do now is you can fly on an airplane to Nicaragua. And from Nicaragua, you can escape through Central America and try to come across the Mexican border. And I think something like over 140,000 Cubans have done this in the last year. So it's been kind of hectic and out of control lately. What's good, bro? You got it fixed?
What, the mini bike?
Yeah?
No, I broke it, man.
You broke it? Oh, you got a Florida license plate on that?
Yeah.
That's cool, bro.
Might be a film.
What do you need a chain for it?
What, the mini bike?
I'm live on that.
Oh, you're live streaming.
Yeah. Do you get, was it a chain? Is it just a chain or what else?
I broke the frame completely in half on the mini bike.
No way.
Yeah,
How the crap do you do that?
Asphalt clunk. And
Are you gonna weld it? Is that after the chain or before?
it's like way down here.
Right. But the day that it broke, was it just a chain or the whole thing?
When last time it broke?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was the chain. I put it back on. Then when I put it back on, I was driving fine. Then all of a sudden, you know, I already had a small crack in the frame about this. You know, I didn't really worry about it.
Can you weld it together?
Then I heard clunk, and the whole frame just snapped apart. So now the motor goes like this.
Are you gonna try to weld it back together?
I might weld it back together. I actually bought a whole brand new frame.
Oh, there you go.
I bought a custom Adosa frame.
Nice.
Brand new.
So you're doing the whole thing again.
Yep.
Awesome, bro.
Mini bike kid for life, man.
There you go, bro. Awesome.
Yeah.
Nice to see you, bro. I'm gonna keep running because I'm on live.
Yep.
All right, bro.
Go, look for some junk.
There you go, man. Yep. Hey, you want a big giant stainless steel? I got something for you. I got something for you. Come here. I got a giant stainless steel. The whole thing is stainless steel.
Where's it at?
On my empty lot.
All right. Yeah. I can go get it with the truck. How big is it?
You got the truck right now?
Yeah.
Let's go. I'll follow you. I'll turn the live stream off when we get to like Stratton.
All right.
And if you got the truck, we'll hop in. We'll get it. It's like probably. I'm not even kidding. It's probably a good 100 pounds of stainless steel.
Oh,
yeah. Let me see what they're saying. These people are arguing about.
Fork bearings.
Dude, I saw they have You remember they used to have the mongoose bikes over there? All right, guys, I'm gonna end the live stream real quick. I'm out, guys. I'm gonna go help my friend do some stuff out here. But you guys checking out. Have a beautiful day. I'll
Sorry
see
to
if I.
interrupt you guys.
It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Neighborhood crap, man. But no power in Vancouver right now. A few days. All right, guys. I'm gonna check out. I'm gonna let you guys go. Checking out from Lehigh Acres. Y'all have a beautiful day wherever the crap you're from. Whatever you're doing. Peace out.